Hey guys, good morning. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil, over 90 days to do an MLS. Good morning. Oh my god, it is freezing. It's 24 degrees out here. I'm just glad it's not windy because, but I'm gonna tell you, when you walk out the door, the air just hits you in your eyes, just tear up. It's just crazy. So, I wanted to talk to people about, my words, because I tell you before, what's on my mind, I say, it just comes out my mouth, but I mean good. I want to encourage people. I don't want to see people scared and stopping their own blessings by not stepping out on faith or believing in themselves for what they're capable of doing. I watch a lot of people struggle in life. I'm one of them. I watched myself struggle. I watched my children struggle at certain times. I watched, other relatives and family struggle in hardship. And in some instances, the struggle was, it was not a necessity because of choices that people make in life. Their choices ultimately, they make their results. So your choices in life can put people in good positions, and your choices in life can put you in a difficult position. And people have to realize that what they decide to do with their abilities. Like, this is part of the story of the richest man in Babylon, and they were talking about the rich guy, the one fancier, I believe. He was very wealthy, but the other guy, Algamash, was saying, well, we all went to the same schools. You didn't do anything differently. You didn't excel in anything. We all were taught the same things. What made you so different, and why are you one that achieved so much? And the thing is that it's because of his desire, what he wanted in life, he went for, and he learned the laws of wealth, and he applied them. He respected them, and he applied them. And that is powerful in itself, because once you learn the laws of wealth, or you learn the pillars of wealth, and you apply them, you can achieve them. It's like giving you a map. It's like giving you a guideline on how to do something or how to attain it, and then you follow it. There's no real fear in that. That's like cooking a recipe. Like, if you know that there's a meal that you like. What was that? Was that a dog? If you know there's a meal that you like that somebody cooks, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta get this recipe because I want to make this, okay? And they share the recipe with you. When you do your first attempt at it, it may or may not taste exactly like what you're trying to achieve. Think about it. Remember the movie? I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like This Christmas or a Holiday Christmas. It might have even been I don't know, but it had Danny Glover was in it, and a whole bunch of other people. And he was trying to replicate his wife's sweet potato pie for the holidays or for an event. And I think Malik and everybody was in this movie. But whatever it was, he couldn't do it. He kept messing it up, and it was tasting like crap, and it wasn't right. All right, the recipe was being replicated, but it wasn't duplicated. Once you can duplicate something, it will be exactly the same results. So when you're learning something new, or somebody's giving you a recipe or giving you a map, you may stray a little to the left or to the right, or put a little less or a little more into it, and that will generate your results, because all actions lead to a result, or decisions lead to a result, and you can ultimately make or break something by your choices. The options are there, the rules are there, the instructions are there. You can choose to follow them. You can bend them or twerk them or perfect them as you go on, but after you learn what the end result of each instruction is, that is the time that you can alter or tweak it to make it your own. Because when you're trying to achieve the same results as something that you've seen, tried and tested, of course you want to follow it as strictly as you possibly can. It's just like baking. Baking is a science, and it took me a long time to understand this. You can make something and a cake not rise, and I'm talking about baking from scratch because of course everything in a box is boxed, and it will work if you put in it what they say to put in it. But if you're baking from scratch, it's a certain amount of baking powder or baking soda you have to put in stuff, and a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that to make everything work and rise and do all of the things with baking powder. So if you don't do that, the results will be a flat cake or something that didn't rise or something that tastes too much like eggs or something that is not fluffy, and it'll be firm or condensed. So you have to think about life and following the rules that people plan out in front of you, those successful people that you want to duplicate. You have to follow the recipe exactly, because it's a science. And if you know about science, you know that science, when applied right, results in wonderful things. And science is, what makes all kinds of great things work. Science is what makes, our aviation. Science is what makes our medicine. Science is what helps make our technology. Science is what drives, nature and enhancing growth hormones and all kinds of other things. Science is like what makes things work. You gotta get behind your science. Learn it, map out yourself, think logically, make better choices, Again, ultimately we all got our own different desires, and what we see as success in one person's eyes may not be success, and another person's eyes may not be, success. There is there's a lot to learn about everybody, including ourselves. So when we look at ourselves and we look at life, there's things that can be adjusted about us all. I had somebody tell me don't ever underestimate myself, and that I'm fiercely and wonderfully made, and I appreciate that compliment, and I am what God intended me to be, and I believe I am what God intended me to be. But like I said, my own confidence in myself is not at the level that it should be. Regardless of what I speak out here, I talk, I try to encourage people, I tell about my successes, and I do have several of them. I haven't met my goals. And inside there is an inferiority that is there, no matter what. And I say that because I'm honest enough with myself to know that. But I also know that I'm coachable, and I'm learning more and more every day, and that nothing is going to stop me from getting what I want. So that is why I keep doing what I'm doing. Regardless of how other people feel about what I'm doing, I have to do it because that is what drives me, and that's my science. And I know, putting it out in the universe, what I want is what I'll get. I said $17,000 a month. People was like, oh, I wish, oh yeah, that's the scam, and that's this, and that's that. Say what you will, but I say what I know. This is attainable, and that's a minimum. That's my floor. So, go ahead, laugh, but people are making a lot more, and they're just not talking about it because they're made already. They're doing it, and there are people doing this on a regular basis all over the world, not only here in the United States, but all over. You have people in Dubai making, oh my God, several hundred thousand. You have people making $17,000 in a day. Don't think that's impossible. That is very attainable. We have some of the most wealthiest people in the world just doing things and have actual money like that. And it's achievable because guess what? Everything is duplicatable. There's a science to everything. There is an applied method to everything. You just have to be a good student and learn it and apply it and have discipline. You gotta have some self-discipline. There are things about ourselves that we have to change, that we need to, we need to work on. I approach strangers all the time. I talk to people. Do I feel comfortable about it every time? No, but there is something inside of me, that drive, that hunger, that says, what is the worst thing a person can say to me? If they're not a racist or a sexist person, they probably will not say anything horrible to me. So why not go for it? Why not have a conversation? Why not express what's on my mind to people so they can hear and maybe be of like mind and get it, or already know and understand that the things that I'm talking about are realistic and that can be achieved and shared. Because again, that's what network marketing is all about. You talk to people, you share an idea, and it's duplicated, and it goes on, and it just grows. It's a very rewarding, I wouldn't say occupation. I could say it's an occupation, but many people do it because they know how quickly a person can achieve wealth in multi-level marketing. They do it also for residual income. They do it also if they stand behind or believe in the product line that is something that the company that they're selling for or endorsing for is producing. Like Vida Divina, they have a wonderful supplement line. They have a wonderful detox tea. They have an excellent coffee line. Everything is just good, and I believe in it, so I can easily talk about it. And the comp plan is absolutely amazing. Don't forget, I'm an Avon sales rep, and Avon pays. It pays what it pays, but you could become a six-figure earner in Avon. You could become a six-figure earner in Mary Kay. Those are multi-level marketing because you build up, you start making money like that when you have teams and you have people selling under you, selling the product. People under you recruiting more representatives. So that's how all of these platforms work to pay people. And again, with corporate world, we're talking about this, and I'm comparing it to a corporate setting. So people who just work their regular 9 to 5, which I work as well. I work a 9 to 5 or 9 to whenever, or 8 to whenever, or whatever the boss says, because that's what I have to do until I don't have to do it anymore. But that thing is, you work and work and work and work, and the people at the top of the totem pole are the ones that reap the rewards and are paid greatly. We are paid, we're compensated, sometimes for hours, sometimes for production, or what have you. And as a result, we're left basically with nothing. After their job is gone, there is nothing left. It's like you might have a pension plan or you might have a little retirement package. Okay, how long is that gonna last you?